What's going on, everybody? My name is Lexdysic, and welcome to episode 1 of a brand new series that we are just starting of Rimworld. Now, if you've never heard about this game, there's a lot that we're gonna have to get into, but pretty much jumping right into it, I'm not gonna be playing the normal Crash Landed, where you start out with 3 people and a bunch of resources. I'm not going to be doing the Lost Tribe or Rich Explorer. We are going with Naked Brutality. Now, this is one of the hardest modes in this game, but I feel like I've played enough of this game to where I should be able to do decently okay. I mean, it's not going to be a walk in the park by any means at all, but yeah, I wanted to give it a shot. So, we're also going to be playing on Extra Hard. I don't think we're going to be playing on Extreme. Just because the mood boosts, we'll get into this later, but there's some stuff I don't want to deal with if I were playing on Extreme. I think I can handle Extra Hard, but yeah, we're gonna go into this. Just right off the bat, jumping into the deep end of the pool here, and we're just gonna go with Cassandra Classic. There's a couple different AIs you can get. So this guy, events happen randomly. With this chick, you have events, but there's greater time in between events, and events are basically things that are going to try to kill you and your colony. Once again, we'll get into it, but there's greater time in between these events for like base building and preparing for them. Only thing is, they hit harder, and this one is just normal, so there will be like events that come every so often, and they're gonna get increasingly harder with time, or at least that's how it's supposed to go. And we're not going into permadeath mode, so if we get one save file, this would be kind of like the hardcore version of Subnautica. But yeah, we're just gonna get into this. So I want a little bit of a bigger globe, and it's gonna generate a random world here, and we're gonna pick a random spot on the planet where we fell to the planet, like in a crash, essentially. So it's kind of like Subnautica in that way, that you're crashing onto a planet that is unknown to you. There might be other creatures, there might be other people that live on this planet, but we're the new arrivals, and you pretty much just have to survive, and that's about it. That's about all you have to go off of. So once this world generates here, we're gonna go ahead and pick our spot. It's gonna be random. There's a button down near the bottom of the screen that says select random site. So I'm not picking where I'm going. Wherever we end up landing is where we end up. There's a lot of different biomes that you could land at. Like, for instance, we could be landing at a desert, or we could be landing into the middle of the ocean here. So here's this world. We got temperate forests all through here. Some are mountainous, some are hilly, some are flat. So let's go ahead and just select our random site here. Alright, so an arid shrubland. This is the site right here that it picked out for us that we are going to be falling down to. So alright, we'll go on for next. And now this is where we get to pick our crew. Now, normally if I was playing the Crash Landed, I would get 3 people to pick and have, and those would be my 3 starting characters that I could use and whatever. But with Naked Brutality, I don't get any supplies. I just get one person, just one lone person to start this off with. So I could just go with the one that they gave me right off the bat, but I think, yeah, I don't want to take anybody with a wooden foot right off the bat, because they tend to be a little bit slower. I'm going to use a couple randomizers on this one, because this first person is going to be extremely important, as they will be the only person that we have at the beginning of this game. Pretty much what I'm looking for is, I want them to have good health and good skills. So we have their skills here, their backstory, what they're incapable of doing, and then random traits, and also relations. Which the relations don't matter that much. The random traits you kind of have to keep your eye out for. but I want somebody who has good health. You know what? I think this might be our guy. Logan Hopkins. I think that's our dude. That's our dude. All right. Okay, Logan. So, here's the scenario. With that, we go right into it. It was supposed to be a minor surgery, just an hour under anesthetic. You felt totally safe. Now you've awoken inside a drop pod, punching through the atmosphere of a distant world. Aside from a slick, mysterious goo all over your body, you are totally naked with no preparation, no supplies, and no tools. Can you survive? So that is the question here. So in this game, we have control over the flow of time, which is one of my favorite aspects of this game. So there we are. We just landed. Here's old Logan in this arid shrubland that is hopefully not gonna eat us alive here. So that's the world we've awoken to and found ourselves in. And yeah, the only goal pretty much is to survive for right now. Obviously, our goals can expand a little bit later in the future, but survival is kind of something that's questionable for Mr. Logan here, with no supplies, no food, no water, no nothing. So yeah, we're gonna see what we can do for this guy. So just a quick overview of what we got going on here. This is down at the bottom right. I can control the flow of time, like I just said. We've got time paused right now. I can put it at normal speed or ×4 speed or whatever. But we're gonna leave it on pause for now until we figure out what we're doing. Here's the architect. So we've got all this different stuff we can build. I can order him to go mine, cut plants, harvest, chop wood, hunt, try to tame things. Those are all the orders I can give my people, and my people will show up here. There's different zones, areas like the home zone, stockpile zones, growing zones where we grow plants and stuff. Then all the production tables, which I'll get into more of those, but for instance, like a butcher table. So if you go out and kill an animal, you can't just butcher it right there. You have to have a table to do it on. Or you can also create a butcher spot here. So it's like, hey, go do this, and then you can designate what needs to be butchered and how. Like I said, this game is very, very specific. It's very, very detailed, and that's just something great about it, if you have the patience to learn it all. So we have furniture, security, because obviously there's going to be threats. If this is a survival game, things are going to try to kill us. This is going to be bad. Floors, temperature, so campfires, heaters, coolers, vents, ventilation. It takes all this stuff into account. Recreation to keep your people happy, miscellaneous items and stuff, so like graves, sarcophagi, I'm pretty sure is the plural, and tool cabinets, which increase production at a workbench or something. And then there's a whole power system too, so power generation, like solar panels, wind turbines, batteries, power conduits. You've got to build these systems that work for yourself, and you got to mine the steel to get that stuff and whatnot. So yeah, starting off here, I notice these are some berry bushes. I know a little bit about this game, so hopefully Logan has somewhat of a shot. But here are some berry bushes. So I selected 3 of those. I'm just gonna click harvest, and now Logan has something to do. Something else I need to do. So these are his priorities. You can set everybody to prioritize different things, so you've got multiple people doing loads of different stuff. So somebody can be like a doctor. Obviously you don't want the guy who isn't skilled in the medical field at all. You don't want him as your doctor, otherwise he'll go around giving everybody infections. So you would set him off, don't be a doctor. So the priorities go like this. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. So whatever's a 1 is first priority. Whatever's 2, second priority. And so I think I pretty much know what I want. I want my people firefighting whenever possible. If there's a fire in the home territory, they'll go put that out automatically. If somebody's hurt, I need them to be a patient. Since this is my only guy right now, I'm gonna have to have him be the doctor, even though his skill is 2 of 20. So, if he gets hurt early, it could be kind of scary. Bed rest, if they need bed rest, that helps heal, that helps deal with infection, flu, if they get sick, stuff like that. Basic is like flipping switches on, like, if I, say in the future, build a gun turret, I can turn that on and off. I can toggle it to conserve power. If my power system isn't working, or I need, if there's too much demand, because the gun turrets take pretty high wattage to keep running. You can have prisoners in this game, so he's going to be my warden if I manage to capture anybody, and that's how I can get people to join my colony. There's a bunch of ways people can join my colony. There's a bunch of ways, a lot of different stuff can happen. So just be ready for this game, because it will surprise you and it will shock you, like it has me countless times. I don't think we're going to be able to handle any animals with this guy, just because his skill is 1 of 20. It's very, very low. He's gonna be our only cook. He's gonna be our only hunter. The only guy who can construct things, which he has 0 construction, so I'm hoping... I don't even know how that's gonna play out. That could be very, very bad for us. Okay. I need this guy to do everything. I'm gonna put 1 on everything, because he is going to be the guy that does it all, except for art, because art is gonna be totally useless until later in the game. Okay, so that wasn't very hard to prioritize. Until we get a little bit of a more diverse team, it's pretty much just going to be like that for this guy. So I also want to throw in at 12 noon and 11 a.m. I'm going to mark that for recreation. So he should be asleep through these hours, 0 through 5. At 6 o'clock they wake up. And then do anything until, let's see, what time would that be? 2,200 hours. 10 o'clock? 10 o'clock? Yeah. So then, yeah, they do anything. So that looks fine. That looks good. You can also assign what outfits and what gear they wear. I'm probably going to have to skin a couple animals first to figure out, to even get some gear. And then here's all the wildlife that is on the map right now. So we've got a rhinoceros, we've got emus, it shows the male or female as well, iguanas, hares, just stuff like that. This is where we'll hunt from. That's pretty much our hunting menu / taming menu. Then, when you get into the entire research side of things, it's pretty crazy. These are all the things that we know how to do. The green ones are the things that we understand and can use to build things, so we can do complex furniture, coolers, we can cut stone, we know about electricity, air conditioning, nutrient paste. The rest, everything else, carpet making, smithing, batteries, auto doors, solar panels, the gun turrets that I was talking about, all this stuff, we don't know how to do any of that. It's totally unlearned to us and ready to be learned. You have to get a research desk and have somebody working at it to be able to learn whatever it is that you're trying to learn about first. So that's the whole research tech tree, if you will. Then we can go back to our worldview. This is the planet that we're on, and this is, if you remember, right where we landed. So, yeah. Here's also the history of your entire civilization. It measures stuff like your wealth in people, animals, items, and it'll also tell you when events happen and when raids happen and people come and try to take all your stuff and kill all your people. Also, there are factions in the area. 2 of them right now are neutral. The other 3, there's 5 total. The other 3 are hostile, so if we run into them or they happen to run into us, they're going to be attacking us. So we're going to do what we can to try to get these people not hostile at us, because relationships can change like that and you can make things work out for the better. I'd rather have 4 friends and 1 enemy. You can't make them all your friend, because there has to be some antagonist going around, you know, screwing things up. That's just the way the game is. But we can get mostly everybody to be our friends. And then here's just our menu for saving and, you know, the main menu stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much a quick, it wasn't very quick, but that's a quick overview of pretty much what we can do in this game. So yeah, I marked these for harvest. Let's go ahead and have Logan walk on over here and cut us some berry bushes so we have something to eat while we are on this planet. Also, we will have to name our colony, and we'll have to name this area, so I'm gonna be thinking about, I mean, what we're gonna name this place here. So there's berries. Those are what berries look like. He went and got the berries off the bushes. He's not hungry right now, as we can see from his needs. He spawned in pretty much at full hunger, I'm sure. But people need food, they need rest, they need recreation. Beauty takes into it, so how beautiful the environment is also plays into their mood. So it's kind of like The Sims, right? You got a whole bunch of bars over here, and then the grand total is their overall mood. So he's naked and sweaty right now, but we have initial optimism and extremely low expectations on our side, which is very true. That is very true in this game mode. Alright, so since we're in this arid shrubland, I imagine it's going to get pretty hot at some point, so we're going to look for somewhere to get indoors. We could either construct a building, or we could dig. This is a mountain here. We could dig into a mountain and just carve out like a home area, and that will be technically a building, which I think is probably what we're going to do, because we don't have really any resources to construct a structure. And then also this land here, since it's kind of it's a darker color than this dirt is from here to here. This is rich soil. It's better for growing things, so I'm trying to keep that into account. We want some rich soil nearby wherever we decide to go. So there's a lot over here, but nowhere to pretty much dig under a mountain. There's a lot up here, but same issue. I guess we could go there. We might do that. We might go up there. Or down here. No, I don't think that's big enough for me. Or right there, and then we could live in here, but I don't see any iron or stuff. This is iron, by the way, or compact steel, which is a very important resource to have, so I kind of want to live somewhere close by with that. I think we might go up here. I think the top of the screen might, you know, and also we can migrate too. This isn't where we have to stay. I might even just gather a whole bunch of resources and pack up and leave this area and go to like a temperate forest, because I know my way around a temperate forest, but last time I landed in a shrubland, I'm pretty sure I didn't last more than a week. So, we might just have to form a caravan here. We might just have to do that. Let's go ahead and just try to dig out an area up here. I'm going to set a stockpile zone up near this area, because your food can go bad. So we're going to want to put it somewhere where it won't go bad. I'll just put it right there. I think this is going to be our home. So I'll go ahead and order this place to be dug out. We don't need an extremely big room right now, but that should do. Usually the 5x5 grid areas are spacious enough for people to not feel cramped, because they can feel cramped. So let's go ahead and see if we can get Logan to take these berries up to that stockpile zone. Can you haul these? Can you go? Can you go with these berries? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he's got them. He's got them. Cool. Alright, so he's gonna make his way up here, and we are gonna get started on building our first base. Also, we have a couple more berries over here to keep us fed for a little bit, and also we have agave. agave fruits, plants. So hopefully that can keep us okay. I mean, I don't know if we can make alcohol from those just yet. We might have to have some kind of research to do that, but I don't know. We'll have to check that out. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. So if he gets hungry, that's where he's gonna go. Right now, he's just gonna go ahead and mine this rock here. I'm gonna check and see what his mining skill. Oh, okay. So he's at a 1 on his out of 20 on his mining skills. He has a burning passion for mining, so he'll learn it quickly, but still, he's only starting out at level 1, so he's going to be very, very slow when it comes to mining this out, which kind of worries me, because I'm in a race against time right now. If I can't do everything I need to get done by the certain time I need something, and I don't have that when that time comes, that's going to make everything just a lot harder. So if I don't have a bed by the time it's night here, he's gonna have to sleep on the ground, and if he has to sleep on the ground tomorrow, he's gonna get a mood debuff where he slept on the ground. He's gonna have a hurt back, like a sore back. He's not gonna like that. He's gonna work slowly. It's gonna hurt his mood, which could just lead to other problems for tomorrow, and I want to minimize tomorrow's problems as much as I can and prepare today for what could potentially be dangerous or bad, or kind of have a snowball effect for tomorrow in a way that we don't want to go. So here's more berries. I'm just going to mark those for harvest because it's probably about time that he's already going to be getting hungry. No, he's good. He's got about halfway to go. Also, we're going to have to take care of this clothing issue at some point. And it took all that time just to mine one tile there. So I can speed this up, but I also kind of need to think. I need to stop and think about this and be very, very strategic in my choices here. Otherwise, Logan is not going to make it. So something else we're probably going to need is, let's see here. We're going to need a crafting spot. So I'm going to put a crafting spot here. It just said it's giving me a crafting penalty because it's outside and because the temperature is really hot and bad right now, but that shouldn't be too big of a problem. I'm going to put a butcher spot right next to that crafting spot, so if we do kill any animals, butcher creature do forever. Okay, so basically what that means, if he sees a dead creature anywhere on the map that I have clicked on and told him, gave him the go-ahead, like, yep, go ahead, use that, he will automatically butcher that, and we'll get meat out of this, maybe leather or fur or whatever it might be, depending on the creature. Oh, hey, we found some compact machinery in here. I wonder if that's going to be harder to mine. Yeah, it's going to be significantly harder to mine. Oh well, after we get that can be used for like coolers and gun turrets and stuff like that. So at our crafting spot, let's go ahead and add a bill here. We need to make, I guess, tribal wear. I guess that, yeah, I'll make one tribal wear, and hopefully that will be enough for him for now. If we could get, so right now it's 39 degrees Celsius outside. It's the middle of April, May, so it's April, May area. It's permanent summer in this area, so it's never it's never gonna get cool. It's never gonna be springtime or fall. It is just always going to be summer. So I wonder if we're even building heat stroke. Yeah, you can. So we're hot right now. Oh gosh. Okay, so we have heat stroke initially right now. This could end up doing a lot of bad things to us. And that's building. So heat stroke is building right now. We're gonna have to find a way to cool Logan down a lot. I wonder, there's a certain plant called Devil Strand. I've never seen it grow naturally, but apparently it has heat resistant properties. I might be able to make some kind of clothing out of it if I can find some, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find some. I think it's red too. I think it's a red plant. But I'm not seeing any growing in this area, so we might be out of luck on that one. Yeah, the music in this game is oddly peaceful for how brutal and just bad, just bad, unforgiving this game can be. Really, it punishes every slight mistake with huge consequences. We're gonna need a weapon. Do I even know how to build a bow yet? I don't even know. Hey, I don't know how to build a bow. I don't know how to build a bow. That could be a problem for us. I'm already freaking out. Okay, so what are we gonna do? I could get under this mountain to deal with heat stroke. That's one of the ways I could do it if I built this room here, but I don't even know if he's gonna finish in time before the heat stroke gets to his head and he passes out. And if my one guy passes out, that's pretty much game over. There's not anybody around who's gonna be able to come rescue him unless some raiders wander onto the map, and they're not gonna rescue him in a good way at all. He's probably just gonna be sold into slavery at that point, which is not ideal. I think that would be considered taking an L in this game. So what are we gonna do? It's not like I can build a cooler right now. I mean, maybe I could. No, we need steel and we need components, and we're gonna need a power source, so we're gonna need a lot of steel. And I have components right there. We're gonna need a lot of steel. I don't know if this guy can mine quick enough to get that much steel to where we have power up and running, but that might be the only way to survive in this kind of a climate. What else could we do? I mean, there's a passive cooler. It works by water evaporation. Like, we could do that, but I don't know if that works for an entire room. I've never even used one of these. Okay, so if we chop down some wood, we might be able to build a passive cooler inside of this room if it's ever finished. Oh no. This could have been a bad choice. This could have been a bad choice. Also, we can tame animals. I don't know if I mentioned that yet in this game, but we can tame animals, and they help a lot. They consume a lot of your food, but they can be very, very helpful if you have a good trainer. Oh, man. I guess a passive cooler is probably going to be the way to go. I mean, we could just build a sarcophagus. That might be one of the smartest investments we could make. Yikes. Yikes, 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 yikes. Okay, so he's mined three tiles so far. Let's just speed up time a little bit here and see how far we can make it. Are we still getting heat stroke even though it's nighttime? Okay, yeah, our heat stroke is not going away, and he is sleeping now. Yikes. This could be very bad. Also, we're gonna have to keep an eye on food. I guess, yeah, we could just chop a couple of trees down and build a passive cooler. I'm also gonna have to build a door on here, so at least we have somewhere cool that he can go to get rid of his heat stroke, because it's still steadily building. If I go to his health right here, it's in the initial stages, but it's still there. It's still affecting him. -5 to consciousness. And so if his mood drops below a certain point, he can have a mental break, and he can act out in many different ways. He can go on like a rampage, a berserk. He can start breaking things. He could just aimlessly wander. He could hide in his room. But pretty much, they'll just stop doing whatever it is that you tell them to do, which isn't good if you're trying to help them out, which I am. So let's hope he doesn't have a mental break, because if he does, then that's pretty much another way for it to be game over too, because those mental breaks last a long time, and they usually won't eat or do anything they need to do during that time. Yeah, which is scary because I only have one person. Usually if you have a lot of people, one mental break isn't going to be a huge deal, but now he's at a major break risk already. Oh my goodness. I might be trying to dig out too big of a room here. Let's go ahead and order a door to be built. I don't have the resources to be able to do that yet. Okay, so we've just run out of food. We are ravenously hungry, recreation deprived, hot, naked, unsightly environment, darkness, slept outside, slept in the heat, slept on the ground, ate without a table, uncomfortable, stuck indoors. So all those things that I just read are contributing negatively to our mood, which is bad, very bad. Okay, I need him to go cut these bushes right now because we're hungry and we just ran out of food. And if malnutrition starts to set in, then he just gets more hungry, which means he'll consume more food than it would take to just normally keep him alive, so it's good to stay on top of that. You're not done, sir. Okay, so he just went to sleep. I would have him wake up and harvest those berries, but the thing is, there's a mood penalty for if you wake them up and you disturb them in the middle of their sleep. So you kind of have to be a little bit careful. Oh, this is not good. I don't even know if there's going to be enough wood around here. Yeah, okay, so there's big cacti around that we can use as wood. And we might have to murderize an emu at some point in time. But that's okay. I mean, we're still alive. We're on day 2 and we're still alive, so that's pretty good. That's not bad. I would say that is a success so far. It's nothing impressive at all by any means, but it is a success nonetheless. Alright, so day 3. I'm gonna need you to get some berries. Oh, great. And it also says we need defenses. So it's probably possible for us to get attacked now, which is great because we're totally ready for an attack. Oh yeah, totally ready. No weapons, no clothes, no place to stay, barely any food. Strange emus just looking at us from the distance while we munch on berries. Yeah, no, I would say we're nowhere near ready to be attacked. And why? Just cut down the bushes, man. Cut down the bushes, then you can go back to digging. I know how you love digging so much. Also, what's your level at? Okay, we're already at level 4, so we've come a long way. You're just gonna leave those berries there, huh? Okay, sometimes Logan does whatever he wants, and I'm just gonna let him do whatever he wants. For the most part, but still, we're gonna need to chop this wood, buddy. Otherwise, heat stroke is gonna get you, man. Heat stroke is gonna get you. It's real. Don't just ignore it, please. Yeah, we'll chop that one. Okay, so we're gonna put cutting plants as a higher priority than mining. And hopefully he goes and does that. Okay, so yeah. Chopping some wood. He's pretty good at that. So that's great. That's really great. He should put it over here, and once he brings it to the stockpile, it will read that we have some wood, and then we should be able to build a door. And then this area over here will be considered a room. And then after that's considered a room, we put a passive cooler in there. It's a nice, cool spot for him to calm down and chill out, and maybe, I don't know, have like a nice little drink with a little miniature umbrella in his drink, I'd like to imagine. I'm pretty sure it's the type of climate to be able to do that. So yeah, so here's some wood. Once he's done cutting these down, I think he'll haul it over to that stockpile zone, and then we'll get that stuff going. The question is, will we be able to get this done by the time heat stroke takes his life? I don't know. I don't know. It's at 33% right now. Once it gets to about 65%, I'm pretty sure he passes out. And then at 100%, he'll pass away from heat stroke because it is lethal. So, yeah, he's already taken some wood. Let's get ready to build this door. Oh, and I forgot, his construction is very low too. So it's probably going to take a long time to build this stuff. Oh well, oh well, oh well. Do we have enough? Yeah, okay, so that is the blueprints for a door. And he'll build that. And that should help us. That should help us. The passive cooler, so that's 25 wood to build that door. He's building it right now. You can hear from somehow he has power tools, a power drill. But once that's done, I think it's 50 for a passive cooler. And that'll run out and vanish after a couple of days, so it's not going to be a completely sustainable source of coolness. But hopefully it should be enough just to get the heat stroke to go away. That's all I want. Do we have enough wood? No. I think we're three wood short, literally. Okay, so now he's cleaning. Which is fine. The major break risk is not fine, though. Is there anything we can do quickly to improve his mood? I guess we could try harvesting some of this agave. Go do that. Go see what we get. What do we get out of that if we harvest that? Is it gonna be, I don't know, it could give us anything from medicine, like herbal medicine, to a fruit, to, what are you? Okay, agave fruit, yeah. Oh! I think we're gonna be able to survive off this stuff. Because he will eat that. That's edible. It's a food source. Cool. So we probably won't have to worry, because I think I see that stuff growing everywhere. And if it's summer all the time, I'm just gonna assume that agave is probably not gonna go away. It's just gonna be here year round, which will be awesome. Awesome, awesome for keeping us alive and having a sustainable food source. Because we can hunt the animals here, but it takes a while for them to either wander on screen or get pregnant and reproduce. So it can't always be, the wildlife isn't always a sustainable food source, especially if you have a large colony. If there's a lot of people in your colony, you know, one antelope or whatever can only feed so many people. And so can this agave, but also we can grow our own like crops and stuff, which we will get into and do once we have our basics taken care of. I mean, I know that might sound like kind of a basic, but there are other things we need to handle before we even get into farming. Some of those things being some tribal wear, some clothes, and tools. We're gonna need tools as well. I'm about to just have him stop working mining here. Let's go ahead and just build a cooler so he can mine in a good temperature. Okay, yeah, so that'll take care of this room, hopefully. Just whenever you're done working on that, go work on the passive cooler. Okay, he's done, cool. All right, perfect. This should work out decently well-ish, I hope. So yeah, the passive cooler, it works from water evaporation. Oh, dang it. All right, so he has such a low construction skill. He tried to do that and he botched it. So he wasted some of the supplies that it took to get that done. So we're gonna have to go harvest a little bit more wood. And I can't build a bed yet because I don't have enough supplies. How's your heat stroke, man? How's that coming? How's your heat stroke coming? It's still at minor. So that's good. That's doable. He's not like on the verge of passing out, which is great. He could be on the verge of a mental break, which isn't great, but there's just only so much we can do right now. Okay, so he has... Oh, we have a visitor. An exiled researcher from Free Treaty of Olwathalium is visiting the colony. Oh, okay. Blah. So this guy has a revolver and a hat. And whoa, he looks pretty cool. I don't know if there's anything I can do with a visitor. He botched the construction again? Oh no! Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh, we've wasted a lot of wood trying to get that stuff built. Oh well. Every time he does that, I guess he gets closer to getting it right. Every failure is just another step toward success. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Oh boy. Okay, so I sent him out here, way out yonder, to get one more cactus, because that's going to give us wood. I know you're not happy, Logan. I know you're not happy with me. I don't even know how you could be happy with me. So you're recreation starved, and that's negative 20 on mood, so I really, really need to take care of that somehow. What can we build? What can we build right now, recreation-wise, that's relatively cheap? Horseshoes. Perfect. Have a horseshoes, a pin right there. Put that in the ground. Go play some horseshoes, man, because you need to be having a more fun time here. I know you're not having a fun time right now. Okay, let's cross your fingers. Cross your fingers that he can build this passive cooler here. Because if you can't, it's just gonna stress me out. Oh, we got it. He got it. He got it. We got one. Okay, so is it doing its thing? Yes. It's got fuel for 5 days. You couldn't even build... Okay, who tries to build a horseshoes pin and can't do it? Who botches that kind of a construction job? You take a stick, you put it in, just shove it in the ground. Just take a stick, shove it in the ground, man. It's really not that hard. Okay, so Logan is not very good with making things. We can already tell that. Alright, so what's the temperature? Oh, alright, so it's 28 degrees Celsius outside, whereas inside, the passive cooler is keeping it at about 17, 16 degrees Celsius. So his heat stroke should be going down as he chose to sleep in here. Yeah, okay, so whereas we were at 35%, now we're at 10%, and it's dropping. So pretty much by tomorrow, heat stroke won't be an issue, at least for 5 days, because that's just as long as this passive cooler will last. So let's fast forward through tonight. We're making progress on our little room here, which will become a moderate room soon. I think tomorrow I'm gonna have him... I gotta figure out what weapons I can build, because he needs to have a weapon before we can go take out. Okay, so I can make a short bow. Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's do that. What are the... We need 40 wood, 30 wood. 30 wood, 40 work to create a short bow. But hopefully... Okay, I guess we need to go... Oh no, starvation. Don't starve on me! Don't starve! Malnutrition trivial. We got rid of the heat stroke and now we're starving. Okay, wait. What just happened there? I guess the agave fruit isn't all that great. But we're gonna need more of that, so harvest more of that, harvest more of that. Because we just ran out of food. That was the last of the food. Oh boy, these are some big plants over here. We don't want to overload him with a whole bunch of jobs, otherwise he won't get anything done if something comes up and we need him to switch jobs really quick. And also, we want to try and stay as close to base as possible when we ask him to do these things, because, you know, every little step that he takes is valuable time he could be using to save his life if he dies in the future from something. And if I lose this guy, I pretty much lose this whole colony, you know, everything, all the work that I've done. And these games take a while. They take a while to get into, and especially to win. You can't play this game and expect to win in like one playthrough or one day or even in one setting, really. So I mean, this game alone is gonna take a while. There's gonna be a long, big story here, which is why I said this is episode 1 in a series, a brand new series that we are doing, because it will be a series. Hopefully not of unfortunate events, hopefully a series of rather decently fortunate events, but who knows, we'll just have to see what happens. So yeah, I got some fruits now. Hopefully he can take those over to his stockpile, and eventually I'll store things inside because they won't go bad as quickly if they're inside. But right now, I don't really have the space to store things inside, and I'd like to build like a bed and some furniture in there before I start, you know, making it a hoarder house already. So what are you doing? Where are you at, Logan? Where are you at? Trying again for the horseshoes pin. He got it! He got it this time. So now maybe he can satisfy a little bit of his recreational needs, which I think he already did. Which you can go and like go for a walk or go cloud watching, and they do some of that stuff on their own. Chopping down a cactus, eh? Those things aren't a great source of wood. I mean, it'd be better if we actually had big trees, which we do have a couple of trees. I guess I can chop that down. But now he's going to haul that wood back to base, and then we'll get it as an icon over here. Whew. Okay, what do I got to do to get this guy to work on a short bow? Do we just have to have enough wood? I think that's, yeah. So he's bringing the wood over here so he can get to working on this short bow. And we need a little bit more wood, so he's going to go grab that. And then once he gets that short bow crafted, I'm going to mark a couple animals to be hunted. So then we can get that fur and maybe make some clothes. And then also we'll get a little bit of meat out of that so he won't go completely hungry, and have a little bit more diverse of a diet than just agave fruit. I can't imagine eating the same thing over and over can be good for you. If you've ever seen Super Size Me, that documentary where that guy just ate McDonald's for like a month straight and almost died. I mean, yeah, it was McDonald's, but that goes for pretty much anything. You don't want to eat a lot of the same stuff, as it does get old, and there's only so many nutrients. Your body needs a diverse amount of nutrients to stay healthy, and it'll do that by itself if you can consume that diverse amount. But if you eat the same things over and over, you're not going to get those different nutrients. So a little bit of a health tips. Pro tips, that's what we're all about here. Okay, so I'm going to pause time real quick because something happened. A mad animal. Sometimes this happens. This is considered one of the events. A local iguana has gone mad. It will attack everyone it sees, and so that doesn't mean if it just wanders up here, it'll attack him if it sees him. For some reason, every animal in this game has like extremely good sight, because this iguana can see poor old Logan from all the way down here, and I'm pretty sure it's headed towards him. Oh my gosh, where is this thing? Okay, so right there, it says. Alright, here is our mad iguana. Ooh. So yeah, we can see what the mad iguana is doing here. It is melee attacking Logan, so it's gonna climb its way all the way from down here until it gets up here, so it can take Logan on in a fist fight. Unless Logan gets this bow done in time, which I hate to take away from his horseshoes game, but there's a mad iguana after him, and I just, I feel like it's the right thing to do here. So hopefully we can get this bow done by the time this mad iguana gets up here. I don't know how long, it shouldn't be too much longer. The bow had 6 work out of it, out of 40, and the iguana's like almost halfway here already. Did I get the bow done? Do I have it? Do you have the bow? Equip it! What are you doing? You fool! Equip the bow! Don't just put it in storage. You need that. You need that bow for self-defense. I don't know exactly how good of a shot Logan is. I don't think he's the best in the world. Let's check real quick. Shooting 2. Okay, so he might hit 1 or 2 shots on this iguana. We're gonna go ahead and draft him. So if you draft the character, you can pretty much decide exactly where they go and what they're doing. Let's, okay, alright, so he's looking for the iguana. Okay, he missed the first shot, but that's okay. Oh, you're gonna get him. You're gonna get that iguana. Oh, please don't miss. Okay, he just totally missed all those. So since he's not a very good doctor, I don't really want to get into a fist fight with an iguana because all sorts of things could happen. The combat is very, very in-depth in this game, and what I mean by that is it's so specific to where I've had a guy's nose get shot off before. Like, not just shot, things can get shot and damaged, things can get like punched, bruised, like I said earlier, you can get infections. But no, one of my guys was in a gunfight, and he got hit in the head, and he was hit in the nose, and his nose was shot off. Okay, so this iguana, I don't know if it's going to be quicker than me or not, but it has scratched my torso and my left leg. So I'm bleeding now, and it's no immediate danger, but I am bleeding, and my left leg is at 59% efficiency, so I walk slower now. I guess, I don't know, I'm just going to try to take a couple more shots of this iguana. Okay, did I hit it? I think I hit it with the bow there. Yeah, I hit it on the front left leg, but it's in no immediate danger, so now we're just going to get into a fist fight with it, and hopefully we win. Hopefully we can... Oh, gosh. I'm getting scratched up here. This could be the end of Logan. I can't really run away at this point. Oh, no. So that's all it took. One mad animal, and Logan he's down for the count. Unless he can magically get back up. Now, his bleeding rate right now, he will die in about 19 hours unless somebody can come rescue him, pick him up, take him to a bed, use some medicine on him, doctor him up a little bit. But since this is naked brutality, he was the only doctor, so unless somebody wanders onto the screen and, is just feeling very nice to Logan here, I'm pretty sure that's going to be the end of this guy from one little iguana. Did we even damage this guy enough to... Oh yeah, so the iguana is going to die in 18 hours, and he's going to... So the iguana's down. the iguana went down. We did enough damage to take it out, but only after so long. So they're both gonna die, which just kind of makes me angry. Oh no, the iguana, he healed enough while he was on the ground to get up. Can Logan do that? Can we heal enough? Can we heal? Are we gonna bleed out too much? Can we heal on our own at all? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's not looking good from where this is headed right now. Yeah, it's getting worse. Our moving has gone from a little bit to none. We just got an infection. We have no medicine. We have no way of healing at all. So, this has been episode 1 of Rimworld. I know we made no progress, but now we kind of know what's going on here. I guess that's been kind of a little bit of an intro tutorial. Next episode, we will have an easier time of just jumping right into it and maybe actually getting somewhere instead of just dying immediately in the first, like 5 days? Yeah, so that's it. Everyone is dead. The story is over. Perhaps someone else will find use for the ruins of this place, but I doubt it because we barely did anything at all. So that is going to be it for this episode. Sorry we didn't get anywhere, but if you like this stuff, you know, go ahead and leave a like. If you want to see more of it, subscribe and drop a comment if you want to tell me about something. So yeah, you know the drill. Thank you all for watching, and I will catch you all on the flip side. See ya.